Hello and welcome everybody to Aurora, Missouri, where we are going to be catching some girls high school ball here to start out the 2024-2025 season. Aurora takes on a out-of-state foe, an unfamiliar foe in unfamiliar territory, the Rogers Heritage War Eagles. First off, one of the coolest mascot names that we ran into up to this point. The War Eagles come into this game 1-5, and I'll be honest with you. I don't know a whole lot about girls basketball in Northwest Arkansas. However, they played a lot of big teams. They haven't seen a lot of success, but 1-5. They've lost to North Little Rock twice, including their last time out, 64-26. They lost to Ozark High School in I believe it's in Ozark, Arkansas, 46-44. They won that one. That was their one win. Lost 31-21 against SCHS, 52-41 against Cabot, which, if you remember Cabot, they were the one of the participants in the pink and white. I think either last year or 2 years ago. Good program they got down there, and then the first showdown of the season, 75-7 loss to North Little Rock. So it's gonna be something. They travel up to Missouri to get a taste of some Southwest Missouri ball. So we'll have to see how that's going to go for them. Their starters are going to be number 1, Chloe Puckris, number 2, Monica Howard, number 5, Allison Venegas Cruz, 14, Tegan Holt, and 23, Sophie Cornog. They don't start any seniors. One sophomore, Puckris, is a sophomore. The other 4 starters are all juniors. Taking a look for Aurora, as we'll go ahead and show you their starters. They're going to be led by an all-state selection, Kylie Cole, who is looking to build off of a tremendous junior season. She's going to be joined by Nadia Davis, number 11, number 0, McKenna Hall. McKenna Hall, she is, if you'll notice, she will have a brace on her knee. She thought to have tore her ACL, completely tore up her knee during volleyball season. She got a diagnosis from the doctors that she liked. She's back out there. And starting for the Lady Houns, joining Hall, Davis, and Cole, Alyssa Birch, number 22, and sister Jalen Birch will both be in the starting 5. As well, as we come back into Aurora, they're sitting at 2-1 so far. They were the consolation championship champions at one of the most prestigious early season tournaments, and actually not just early season, most prestigious girls tournament, in the entire state, in the Fairgrove Lady Eagles Invitational, where they overcame an early round upset, first round upset against Clever, where Clever just kind of came out and played really well. They didn't quite know what Clever was going to look like after they had lost, all-state guard Ireland Jones. However, they rebounded very nicely against Lebanon, 58-42, and then against Catholic, 67-47. We're about to get to the national anthem, so we're going to go ahead and step aside and get our first listen from our sponsors, our special sponsor tonight, ESCO Processing and Recycling. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans, got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCOrecycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in of high school basketball on Southwest Missouri sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com. That's ES.
Welcome back to Aurora High School, where the starting lineups are getting announced right now. Kylie Cole and McKenna Hall are going to be kind of the focal points of this Aurora Lady Hound attack. However, they are more than just that. They are extremely deep. They go about 7 or 8 players that can really score the ball, can really get things going. As we are, nope, you're not just seeing things. We are having the starting lineups for the Lady Hounds, and it sent the lights out. But McKenna Hall, one of the best on-ball defenders in the entire area. She was came and played in our Southwest Missouri Sports All-Star Saturday last season. She was sounded like she wasn't going to even get a chance to play this year after a knee injury. Kind of stopped things there during the volleyball season, but she overcame it, and now we're ready to roll. Getting ready for tip-off here in Aurora as we are getting ready for our first look at the Aurora Lady Hounds as they take on a team from out of state, the Rogers Heritage War Eagles. Again, as I was saying, just one of the cooler mascots that we've came across up to this point. So we have got our starters out on the court, and we are underway. Aurora is going to win the opening tip-off and kick it out to Hall. And we're going to really be interested to see how this first little stretch goes, as the ball is going to be intercepted. Ball point good by Chloe Cochras. And that's going to be how the scoring begins for Heritage. Kylie Cole from the corner, no good. Going to be tipped out, rebounded by Ernest. Aurora trying to get the ball around, and ball on the ground once again. And a 3-ball up from Cole, no good. And another offensive board for Aurora. That's one thing that they do extremely well. No possession is truly dead until it is until it's heading the other direction. Kylie Cole is gonna be fouled driving baseline. Also got to give a big shout out to the official currently that handed the ball in the play there underneath the goal. It's cool. It's a 3 to get things started for the Lady Hounds, and the Lady Hounds come out, and it's full court pressure that they were so successful with a year ago. I had to give a shout out to the official Justin Snyder, who's my high school baseball coach and now my athletic director at Miller High School. Not too terribly far from where we're at here tonight. travel called on the War Eagles heading back the other way. McKenna Hall looking for somebody. This defense of the War Eagles is hounding. They're very quick. They don't have a ton of size. I don't have heights on the roster. They're not terribly tall, but they are fast and they are aggressive. They swarm like bees. 3 ball up, 22. Alyssa Birch, and it's good. As I get the scoreboard updated. And just a heads up, if you didn't follow along with me at the Gym City Classic last week, there will be times where the scoreboard falls just a little bit behind, but I will get it caught up, I promise. Travel called from Snyder. You can go back Aurora's way. Heritage out in a little bit of an extended 1-2-2. Cole pump fakes from the wing and was looking for, I think, Hall in the other corner. She was not there, but they're going to maintain possession. And these are always interesting early season matchups. You know, when you cross state borders, you just really, I talked a lot about it whenever I broadcasted the Miller and I can't remember who they had played, Burlington football game. Burlington out of Kansas, and it's just kind of a weird, an odd matchup. You just really don't know a whole lot about either. You just don't know a whole lot about each other, as the shot's gonna be no good, gonna go out of bounds off of a Lady Hound and going back the other way. Heritage is gonna break the press here. And foul called there on number 3, Jalen Birch. That's gonna be her first, team first.
Number 22, Alyssa Birch, her first team foul, number 1. At the line for Heritage, Tegan Holt.
Going to the line is gonna be number 14, Tegan Holt. Holt's a junior. She's gonna get the first one to go. Lead cut to just 3-6. 3 is your score. 4 minutes, 57 seconds as the second shot's no good. And heading the other direction is Kylie Cole. Cole going distance, no good. And heading the opposite way is the War Eagles. Heritage passing it around the outside. To the wing, Pockers. Pockers has the only, or had the only points as Brooke Blevins comes in. Travel called on Heritage on Pockers, and the ball goes back to Aurora. We talked a little bit in the pregame show if you weren't with us. This is a Rogers Heritage team that doesn't have very many wins, doesn't have a ton of great results. However, the defensive intensity that they came out with is impressive. They definitely play a bigger schedule, and a 3-ball good. Jalen Burke for 3. And Aurora hasn't gotten very many shots off, but shots that they have got off have seemed to find the bottom of the net. The Lady Hounds looking to get one step further than they did a year ago. A tremendous year, getting their second district championship in a row. Their first since, I believe, 2016 was the last time they had won one before. They had as a good bucket there by Holt. Made the score 9-5. Loose ball there, gonna go out, and Kenna Hall dives, but all for naught as it's going to go the other way. Karen Suarez. Madison Kitterman has come into the game for Heritage. And 2-ball up from Tegan Holt. She gets another bucket to fall. And the Dogs on a break. Under 3 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. 3-ball from Hall. No good. Rebounded by Kitterman. Suarez from the wing. Gonna kick it back to Monica Howard. 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Brooke Blevins. One number 4 to another. And Blevins gets the ball ripped by the other number 4. After another turnover, ball goes back to the Lady Hounds. Thanks to the tenacious defense of McKenna Hall. As I said, probably one of the 2 best on-ball defenders in the area, and foul called. McKenna Hall getting hounded. And a foul called by the official. 9-7 is your score. We're at 1 minute 58 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Birch drives the lane, finds Blevins. Blevins is going to kick it back out. Kylie Cole from the wing. Pockris on the defense. Pockris has been very tough defender so far on Cole. Cole she'd hit 1 3. That's been all for her at this point. 9-7's the score here. Suarez with the ball up top. Suarez looks like about as much size as Heritage has, outside of one more girl on the bench. Number 20 looks pretty tall. Addie Olson, a freshman. And I can't tell what number that is, maybe number 3, Carly Reynolds. Two minutes left. 3-ball up from Pockris. No good. And it's going to go out of bounds. Aurora, like I was saying a little bit earlier, looking to finally get over that quarterfinal hump. They had been there 2 years in a row. However, has been unable to win that next game. Last year, after beating Rogersville, and 3-ball good. And number 3, Jalen Birch, hits her second 3. And that extends the lead 12-7. After defeating Mount Vernon by what seemed like 75 points in the district championship game a year ago, they had went on and beat a really good Rogersville team that I think has an opportunity to really make some noise this year in Class 4. And I would expect to see Rogersville and Aurora possibly fighting for that in that sectionals game once again. Shot no good there by Jasa Ernest. And defense strong again. Jump ball possession arrow points towards or in favor of the War Eagles. Suarez is gonna take a seat. Also coming in, number 4, Monica Howard comes back in. as Kitterman takes a break. 8 seconds left in this opening frame. The War Eagles need to get a shot off. 5, 3, 2, 1. Shot no good. And Aurora not able to put one back up. 12-7 is your score here early on. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans, got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you.
Welcome back to Aurora's 3-ball up by Kylie Cole. Right as we get back from our break, gets it to fall. Gotta get back to there. 15-7 and another turnover from Aurora going the other way. Cole goes again, no good, but a travel called on the gathering release. 15-7 here as we start the second quarter. The Lady Hounds lead the Rogers Heritage War Eagles out of Rogers, Arkansas. And Heritage hasn't been extremely skilled offensively. However, their defensive aggressiveness has led to majority of their points up to this point. And ball rattled around. Bad pass is going to go back to Aurora. Aurora pass it around. Hall kicks to Cole in the corner. Back to Hall on the wing. And kick it around to the other wing, Jalen Birch. Birch has hit a couple threes already. And Hall drives the lane. No good. And a foul called on Hall going for the rebound.
Personal foul called on number 0, Kenna Hall. Her first foul, number 1.
McKenna Hall, as I said, one of probably the, if she's not the best on-ball defender, she's one of two, going along with Ashlyn Garrett from Skyline. Just two absolutely great on-ball defenders. That is just extremely fun to watch. Be interesting to see, and one of the stories I thought coming in to this game is going to be interesting to see how well she's able to defend with that knee injury from volleyball, and it looks like hasn't hindered her completely. However, and to be fair, Kit McKenna Hall defending at an 80% clip as another three fall. Jalen Birch, she's got 9, got a trio of threes. Even her defending at 80% is still better than most people guarding at 100%.
Timeout, Heritage.
Timeout called by Heritage. We're going to go ahead and take another quick break. You're watching high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans, got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB.
Welcome back to Aurora as 18-9's our score here early on. McKenna Hall thinks about taking a long three from the top of the key, decides not to. They kick it out to Kylie Cole. Cole tries to get in, and she's going to be fouled on the floor, but she is down in a little bit of pain. Cole, a two-time All-State selection. Foul called on Monica Howard. That's going to be her first. Three ball up there. Alyssa Bird. She gets another one to go. So the Birch sisters absolutely lighten the scoreboard up. 21-9. Jalen's got 9. Alyssa has 6. And going the other way is Aurora after a turnover. Let's say a big thank you to our 3 sponsors for tonight's game. ESCO Processing and Recycling. And actually, big thank you to Coach, or the wife of Coach Jason Cole, Tracy, for getting that set up for us. A good attempt there by Alyssa Birch, no good. We also want to say thank you to New Stream Enterprises and Old Missouri Bank. Old Missouri Bank sponsorship was set up by the Baxter family, from Stockton. I'm excited to see, what John's son Jack is doing up in Stockton here very soon. I know his niece is a freshman at Lockwood, Asa Lassiter, and she absolutely blew my socks off at the Gym City Classic this last week, especially as a freshman. 21-9 here, but I want to say thank you once again, ESCO Processing and Recycling, New Stream Enterprises, and Old Missouri Bank. Birch, another 3, no good. And Brooke Blevins tried to get to it. She was unable to, going back the other way. Back to the War Eagles. 4 minutes, 7 seconds remain in the second quarter. The first quarter was a defensive battle. The score indicated it was a big win for the Lady Houns. I don't quite think the first quarter score is indicative of how that week first quarter went. And Kylie Cole with a 3, assisted by McKenna Hall. We've gotten extremely used to seeing that. Cole, kind of a unique player in the fact that she's big and she's not your traditional, class 4 girls guard, just kind of in the body stature and, her size, but she goes again, but she can shoot with the best of them. Gets another one to go. 12 first half points. for Kylie Cole. And I think inadvertent whistles. The official was getting ready to call a backcourt on Rogers. However, it was indeed caught by Aurora. So I think he was expecting a back court call. However, either way, it's going to be Aurora ball. Blevins at the top of the key, looking out to Birch. Cross court pass. Gonna find 25. Jason Ernest, no good from three. Rebound by Brooke Blevins. Blevins, the smallest player on the court right now, comes up with a rebound. 27-9. As only the War Eagles has managed just one basket here in the second quarter and a timeout from Rogers Heritage. We're going to step aside. You're watching high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins.
Welcome back to Aurora, Missouri, where we are uh, broadcasting some interstate basketball here, as Rogers Heritage from Arkansas has come down to take on the Lady Hounds of Aurora. 27-9. The Missouri team is proven to be superior up to this point over their southern neighbor. Kylie Cole going to the hoop. No, and it can be tipped out of bounds from Heritage. So ball's going to stay with the Lady Hounds. Birch throws the ball in to 25, Jason Ernest. Jason Ernest is going to go to the hoop, and she's going to score 2 points. 29-9. We're starting to approach a territory where we may expect to see a little bit of turbo clock here in the fourth quarter. However, we still got a long way to go until we get there. Free ball up, no good. One of the rare misses from the Lady Hounds up to this point. And ball intercepted once again and goes the other way. Cole, or the Hall, rather. Hall finds Brooke Blevins. My mouth's starting to go faster than my mind. Brooke Blevins can get fouled. She go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Her first. Team foul number 2.
Foul call number 22, Madison Kitterman. That's her first. Team second. as of right now, the Lady Hounds are outscoring the War Eagles 15-2 here in the second quarter, and has kind of allowed this one to reach potential blowout territory. Offensive rebound there by 25, Jasa Ernest. She's going to be fouled on the floor. Was going back up for a putback. Gets a two-hand shove in the back. That one's going to be called on 21, Joanna Rockwell. That's her first. Nice little floater, no good. And Brooke Blevins with another rebound. And a jump ball goes back the other way. But once again, smallest player on the floor, making perhaps one of the biggest impact on the defensive glass. And great pass there to 25, Jasa Ernest. She gets two more to go. Good defense once again there. It was Jalen Burke. She's going to get called for a foul. Great positioning there on the half-court trap.
Her first team foul, number 2.
However, gets called for the foul here. Just want to say thank you to Aurora for getting me set up here tonight. Thank you to former coach, now athletic director, James Hoffman, for getting everything. Cameron Garcia, the assistant baseball coach, has also done a big, been a big help. And actually, an interesting fact: if you look back on the roster of the, what would that been, 27 or 2015 Clever Blue Jays baseball team, you would not only find myself, but you would also find Mr. Garcia as a sophomore, and the head coach from this official, Justin Snyder. And that's going to do it for the opening half of play. 31-29 your score. It was a short, it was a just a 2-point quarter for the Rogers Heritage. We're going to step aside for just a second before we get into our halftime report. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans, got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you
Welcome back to Aurora as we are at the halftime break. 31-9 your score. And it has been just electric shooting for the Lady Hounds up to this point. Kylie Cole leads the way with 12 points. She's hit 3 threes. Alyssa Birch has hit 2 threes. She has 6. Jalen Birch has 3 threes. She has 9. And Jasa Ernest has a pair of buckets. She's got 4. As for the Roger Heritage War Eagles, they are led by Tegan Holt. She has 5. Then Allison Venegas Cruz and Chloe Pockrass each has 2 points each. So this opening half is, it started out at really competitive as the War Eagles defensive effort was extremely impressive. They were getting all over the Lady Hounds early on. However, once the Lady Hounds was able to start breaking that press, they were started seeing a lot of success and started seeing a lot of open three opportunities pop open, and they have taken advantage of that. They have put up a lot of threes and they have hit a lot of threes. If we're being completely honest, so they're gonna look to continue to do that. 31-9 is your score. It's been was a long drive up here for Rogers Heritage. They did not get up here until about 20 minutes before tip off. It was one of those. I walked in, get everything set up, and I saw the Lady Hounds preparing, shooting, getting loose, and I had no idea where Rogers Heritage was. I figured they were, in the locker room talking about things, and then about 5 minutes later, here they come out through the door. So and you can tell they have they've gotten behind early on and have been unable to bounce back. Anyway, 7 minutes remaining here. We're going to kick it down to our sponsors for the remainder of the half. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We still got second half action, as well as we're going to talk to our player of the game and the winning coach. I assume it's going to be Coach Cole. So don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com. That's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com. That's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO-recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans! Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO-recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans! Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO-recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player?
Welcome back to Aurora as we are getting ready to start the second half of play here. 31-9 is the score, and it's been all on just like that. Jasa Ernest, or rather Alyssa Birch, gets the three ball to fall, and the third quarter starts just like the second quarter ended, with a three from Aurora. 19-2 was the final scoring difference in that second quarter, and the defense of Aurora has been the difference. Nadia Davis gets the bucket there, gets her first points of the game, and that has played into the advantage of the Lady Houns. Bucket good there by Tegan Holt. She's got 7. Defensively, this Heritage team has been pretty solid up to this point. They've just really struggled in transition. Their half-court defense has been very impressive. And a foul called there on number 5, Allison Venegas Cruz.
Heritage foul.
The junior.
Allison Venegas. Her second team foul, number 1.
That's her second foul. Cole's got it on the wing. And they take it and one away from Kenna Hall. Erases what would have been her first bucket of the game.
Heritage foul number 4, Monica Howard. Her second team foul, number 2.
And it's been really good to see McKenna Hall get to play and move as well as she has up to this point after what many feared to be I say career ending just because it's her senior year, but a injury that would have knocked her out of the rest of her senior year. She's also I believe she's a track and field star as well.
Nadia Davis, her first team foul, number 1.
Nadia Davis gets called for a foul. That's going to be her first. Going the other way is Heritage, and Heritage is going to throw it out of bounds. Aurora's going to make it a habit of taking on teams out of Arkansas, as their next game is going to be in the Freeman Lady Eagle Classic down in Joplin, where they're going to take on Russellville, Arkansas, the Lady Cyclones, in their first game of that tournament. Full shot from the short corner, no good. Guess it was too close to be in range. Going the other direction is Heritage. Really going to take on Russellville in the opening round of that tournament, and then nice turnaround jumper from Jalen. From number 3, Jalen Birch. She's got 11. Goes back to Kenna. And after the Russellville game, they're going to take on Kearney here in Aurora. Kearney, I believe they're Class 5 or Class 6 power. And a big block there from Karen Suarez. Going the other way is you're going to be called for a walk. Yeah, Kearney, Class 5 school, going to be coming down. Class 5 school out of Kansas City. They're going to be coming down here on December 18th, 11 nights from tonight. And then it is pink and white time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yeah, Christmas is part of it. However, the blue and gold, pink and white tournament, among my favorite events of the year, go along with the Walnut Grove tournament. We'll be broadcasting the first couple rounds of the Walnut Grove tournament before we shift our attention and our full attention down to the blue and gold and pink and white, where we had several teams of Lawrence County interest in that, as all 3 Miller, Aurora, and Mount Vernon boys and girls team will be competing in the blue and gold and pink and white. Miller joining the blue and gold and pink and white. Actually, it's going to be their first time ever joining the pink and white, and the first time in the blue and gold since 2012. So we'll be out there. We'll see a lot of Cardinals, Lady Hounds, Hound Dogs, and Mountaineers.
Monica, team foul, number 3.
38-9. We're about getting close to the halfway mark in the third quarter. 38-11. As I got really bad about keeping up with the scoreboard for a second. Turnover, ball goes back to the War Eagles. Don't go anywhere. After the game concludes, we're going to take a minute. We're going to talk with Coach Jason Cole and Kylie Cole after their what seems to be barring a just a mathematical anomaly of a comeback. However, I have seen weirder. Blue ball up by Pockrass, no good, and going back the other way. Shot up, no good, rebounded by Suarez, and a jump ball called. Good strong rebound there from Karen Suarez. I say thank you everybody for tuning in to Southwest Missouri Sports, or high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports. We were busy last week as we broadcasted the first two rounds of the Gym City Classic down in Diamond. Now we're here. We're going to be back here tomorrow as the Hound Dogs are in action. I do believe. I'll have to let me go ahead and double check my schedule. So yes, tomorrow we will be right back here in this exact same spot as we will check out the Aurora boys team, who's coming off of a very impressive showing at the Clever tournament. They'll be back, come home for the first time this year. They'll take on Neosho. And then we're going to end the week with a pair of games in Miller. Actually, one game in Miller, one game in Verona. As the Miller girls, actually, neither game is going to be in. The girls' game is going to be in Chadwick, as a couple of the elite Cardinals in the area are going to be going toe to toe. And then the boys will be taking on the Verona Wildcats. Then Friday, and then the week after, we'll have a few more interesting games. A couple more Miller girls games that they'll take on Walnut Grove and Crane on Tuesday and Thursday. We'll be there for both of those. Monday we're going to get our first look at the Lady Mountaineers. They take on Forsyth, and then Friday we won't be able to broadcast it, but we're going to check out a sectional rematch as an air ball here, and we're going to have a classic hockey line change for the Lady Hounds. And check out the Chadwick boys, fresh off a state championship. They knocked off the South Iron Panthers after, I believe, 3 straight state championships and like 8 straight Final Fours. We're going to check out that game. That's going to be part of the Queen City Classic, 48 hours of basketball. Like I said, we will not be able to broadcast that. Their broadcast will be available. However, we are not going to have the rights to go do that. Then after that, it's blue and gold time, pink and white time. Foul called.
Aurora back on number 0, Kenna Hall, her second.
Foul called on Kenna Hall there. That's going to be her second foul. Team third. 1 minute and 12 seconds remain in this quarter. And a rebound by number 3, Jalen Birch. Birch goes the other direction. It almost feels like the Lady Hounds have kind of taking their foot off the gas a little bit here in this third quarter. Ball knocked loose, going to stay with the Lady Hounds. Aurora has outscored the War Eagles 7-2 as 3 no good. Rebounded by Kenna Hall after bouncing around for a minute. He's going to go to the free throw line.
Heritage foul on number 20, Addie Olsen, her first. Team foul number 4, at the line for the Lady Houns, Kenna Hall.
Hall's first free throw up and no good. She's still looking for her first bucket, her first point of the game. 38 seconds remain in this third quarter. Second one, no good as well. But she's going to get her own rebound. 3 ball up by Alyssa Bird. She gets it to go. She's got 12. A pretty evenly spread out scoring night for Aurora. Alyssa Birch has got 12. Kylie Cole's got 12. Jalen Birch has got 11. But more importantly, that scoreboard gets to the 30 mark. 4 seconds remain, so ball is going to be rolled. Kylie Cole, 1, and no shot's going to go up. That's going to take us to the fourth quarter, as I completely forgot to change the quarter there on that one. Don't go anywhere. We're watching high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans, got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of
Welcome back to Aurora as we are getting started here in the fourth and final quarter. 41-11 to score. The Lady Hounds has thoroughly controlled just about every aspect of this game. Kylie Cole on the wing. And nice pass there from Kenna Hall. She finds 22, Alyssa Birch. She's got 14 now. She leads the Lady Hounds. And ball knocked away from Cole. Cole goes the other direction. And Cole's going to kick it out to Hall. Hall going to kick it out to Jalen Birch. And Jalen Birch's shot no good. Rebounded it by Heritage. However, guess who was in there once again for the Lady Hounds? It was number 4, Brooke Blevins. I'm really starting to become a big fan of Blevins' game. The junior is not very big, but she plays a lot bigger than she is.
Aurora got ball number 3, Jalen Houns, her second. Team foul.
This Lady Hound team gonna try to make the most out of this year with 5 seniors or 5 starters, all seniors. Next year they'll bring back Jasa Ernest, Brooke Blevins. You've seen a lot of them so far in this game. Turbo clock is on. Both free throws not good. Going the other way is Cole. Cole can kick around. Birch or Ernest, Jasa Ernest or Jalen Ernest can get to go. She's got 13. And another steal there from Kylie Cole. Cole goes the other way. And she gets fouled. Foul called on the floor.
Foul check, the name is her third. Team foul, number 1.
45-11. Just 5.5 minutes remain. We are in turbo clock territory. A 3-ball no good by Cole. Goes the other way. The War Eagles rebound. And Kylie Cole, I don't know. I don't think she was trying to draw a charge. I think more than anything, she just tripped and fell. And one final hockey line change. Got no good. 45-13. 3-ball up and no good. We are halfway through this final quarter. And number 5, Lila Seitz, the lone freshman on this squad, comes in. This will likely be what next year's squad will look like, with the exception of Brooke Blevins also being out there. As I said before, Aurora will again stay in this. Going to be play their second straight out-of-state team starting on Thursday, as they will take on Russellville, Arkansas, in the opening round of the Freeman Lady Eagle Classic in Joplin, a tournament a lot of teams from Lawrence County has had success in. Mount Vernon winning it a couple years in a row. Back when they had their tandem of Ellie Johnston and Lacey Stokes. Aurora, I believe, won it last year. Yeah, or no, they were in the Seneca tournament last year, and now have the opportunity to win it in their first attempt this year. 2 minutes remain here in this fourth and final quarter. For you Hound Dog fans, come right back with us. Come tomorrow as a long cross-court pass, bucket good for Kylie Phelps. That's gonna be her first bucket of the game for the sophomore. Tomorrow night we'll be right back in this exact spot as we will see the Hound Dogs, the boys team, in action as they take on the Neosho Wildcats. Missed shot going the other way. We're down. Just a minute remains in this ball game. And ball tipped out of bounds. My former baseball teammate Cameron Garcia with the assist. .50 seconds left. 47-13 is the score. And more importantly, until we get a chance to go to get some Brahms post game. Always my post game spot when I come to Aurora.
Heritage got only 4.
47-13. And foul gonna be called there on Monica Howard. That's her 5th. She fouls out here with 23 seconds left. Turnover here. War Eagles going the other way. And nice Euro move there by Tegan Holt. She's up to 9. She leads the way for the War Eagles. We're down to 5 seconds left. And the Lady Hounds are going to improve to 3-1 on this early season. And a convincing 47-15 win for the Lady Hounds start their regular season with a bang. So we're going to step aside. Don't go anywhere yet. We're not done. We're going to go ahead and talk with Coach Jason Cole and Kylie Cole after this brief break.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans, got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com. That's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School.
Hello and welcome back to Aurora as I try to get the sound all right here. But we are getting ready to start the junior varsity game here in just a few minutes. We're going to be treated to an extremely special treat. We're not just having one Lady Hound join us. We're having the entire starting lineup. They're going to be up here in just a moment as I'm trying to get the spacing and everything down and realize. But a big win for the Lady Hounds as they defeat the Rogers Heritage Lady War Eagles 45-15 in what was what can't be described as anything but just a dominant performance. Aurora was led by Alyssa Birch with 14 points. Jalen Birch had 13. Nadia Davis with 2. Kylie Cole with 12. Kylie Phelps with 2. And Jasa Ernest had 4. As for Rogers was led by Tegan Holt with 9. Alyssa Venegas Cruz with 2. And Chloe Pocris with 2. So we're going to go ahead and step aside just real quick once again. As I said, Coach Jason Cole, along with the starting 5, Kylie Cole, Nadia Davis, McKenna Hall, Alyssa Birch, and Jalen Birch will all be joining us up here in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 733051. Now back to the voice of Southwest Missouri Sports, Skylan Akins. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of High School Basketball on Southwest Missouri Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the help of our generous sponsors.
Hey basketball fans. Got old electronics that need to be benched? Don't throw them out of bounds. Pass them to the MVPs at ESCO Processing and Recycling. From laptops to TVs, they'll slam dunk your electronics safely and keep our planet in the game. www.escorecycling.com, that's ESCO recycling.com.
Ready to be a key player? At New Stream Enterprises, we play to win and have fun leveling up our game. Visit newstreaming.com to find your spot on the roster as an employee owner. You'll have a stake in the outcome, sharing the rewards for every victory you help achieve.
OMB Bank is proud to support high school basketball across the Ozarks this season. Experience Community banking at its best at OMB. Enjoy the customer service you expect from your hometown bank, plus personal, business, and digital banking solutions to fit every need. Visit OMB online at ombbank.com or any of their convenient locations in Ash Grove, Buffalo, Carthage, Mount Vernon, Springfield, and Walnut Grove. OMB Bank. Community banking made better. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Aurora. Yeah, we're doing video. Welcome back to Aurora as we are concluding up our coverage of the Aurora Lady Houns taking on the Rogers Heritage War Eagles. Joining me, I got a whole pack of Lady Houns up here. First up, McKenna Hall. First off, congratulations. That was a great game out there.
Thank you.
So, obviously, we talked a little bit, after the injury kind of happened. Just kind of talk a little bit, just how's it felt just being able to get back out and kind of have the opportunity to play the game.
It's been great. It has been really challenging because the mental side has been really hard. I've had to learn how to slow myself down because I've tried to go really fast in the first few games and it led to some turnovers, but I think I'm finally getting in the groove. And getting to be with the teammates I've been with, they've been really patient with me, and so is Coach Cole, and he's been helping me work through it. So it's actually nice being back on the court since I missed a lot of volleyball.
So it's, tonight was kind of a weird situation. There's not very often you get to host a team from a out-of-state team that you guys don't get to see very often. But just what was the preparation like for this Lady War Eagles team?
Well, we did play them in the summer, so it was a little different for prep because they were missing some varsity players. But we knew coming in that they were going to be a tough team, and we had to pressure the ball if we wanted to be up in the game, and we had to take care of the ball because lately we've been leading to some turnovers. So that was our main point, was take care of the ball and make sure we can deal with their trap.
Yeah, things kind of started, the kind of turned the corner there in the second quarter. Thought the defensive pressure kind of got ramped up, just what was being said there after the first quarter.
He just told us to keep pressure because once we dealt with the trap, we learned that if they're going to trap, we hit that roller and then find the corner girl, and it's wide open every single time, and they weren't looking for it, so we just had to adjust to it, and he just kept putting pressure on the ball, and it helped.
So, you have a starting lineup of 5 seniors.
Yes.
Obviously, first game of the season didn't go the way, against Clever in Fairgrove. But you guys have responded with, I can't talk now. I've been talking all night long.
It's okay.
You guys have responded with 3 really big wins. Just what was the mindset coming in after that one?
A tough loss like that on your first senior season is really hard. So we knew coming back we had to battle because no one wants to lose like that their first game of their senior year. Good, I can't talk either. So we knew that we just had to find areas that we could control, even if our shots weren't falling, like the defensive end. So we just had to keep working on that.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good game, and I'm sure we'll see you back out here before too long.
Thank you.
That was senior McKenna Hall. Yeah, who's that? Yeah, whoever wants to come back down. And now joining me, senior Jalen Birch. First off, congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
So, first off, still early in the season. You guys played 3 games last week, but still fresh new season, your senior year. Just how nice has it been to get back on the court?
Oh, it's been pretty fun. We played a lot of games over the summer, so kind of getting back into it. We've all played volleyball. I think all of us, except for Kylie, played volleyball. So getting back into basketball was fun, and starting to win is fun.
So you guys opened up in the Fairgrove tournament. I always call it, one of the best girls tournaments, not only just in the area, but in the entire state. Just how were you guys able to use your performance in that tournament? Here, help what's really not an easy opening stretch.
Yeah. So we use that to help us. It kind of helps us to get back into the swing of things and to know what to expect. How the rules have changed since last year, so it helped us a lot this year going into that.
Yeah, 4 points for you. You really got things going there on the defensive end. Just kind of talk about, in all reality, the defense is kind of what propelled you guys to the victory here tonight. Just kind of talk about how, your guys' defensive performance here tonight.
We work a lot and preach a lot on defense. You can't really win anything if you don't have good defense. You do have to score, but if you can't get stops back on the defensive end, you've pretty much got nothing. So I think our defense is a key to our program.
Yeah, so this is your third win by double digits. Just how are you hoping to use the momentum from tonight moving forward?
We play in the Joplin tournament next, so we're looking to play some pretty good competition there, and then we're just going to use this energy and have this high and go on from there.
Awesome. Well, good luck in Joplin.
Thank you.
Later on this week. Jalen Birch, congratulations on the win, and I'm sure we'll see you around before too long.
Thank you.
As Jalen Birch finished.
Jalen.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Coming up next, Nadia Davis. Like I was saying, I've been talking for for an hour and a half now. I have no clue what I'm saying.
That's okay.
Nadia Davis coming up, another one of the senior leaders of this Lady Hound team. First off, congratulations, a big 47-15 win over kind of an unfamiliar team. What was the preparation like for a team that it's kind of a weird matchup, crossing state lines?
Yeah, he always has some scout ready for us on huddle, so I make sure to watch that. But we did talk about it in the locker room, how the heights were a little different than we pictured because we had Kenna guarding a pretty tall girl at first because she looked shorter on film. So it's kind of funny to have to adjust to that.
Yeah, so you guys have rebounded really nice after that opening game loss to Clever. 3 wins by 15 or more. Obviously a 30-point win here tonight or 32-point win tonight. Just what did you take out of that opening game and kind of use it for your guys' benefit?
I kind of not glad we lost, but I think whenever you're set at such a high standard, it's easy to be like, oh, this is going to be easy. But then knowing we could have beat Clever and then losing to them kind of set the pace and let us actually know we have to put in the work and work even harder. And I think kind of fueled us a little bit, and it kind of shows with our next games that we played.
So you guys are coming into this year, back-to-back district champions. One game away from the Final Four. Just how's that kind of motivated you guys coming into this year?
I think it's motivated us to keep the standards up and know that we're gonna have to work hard to even get to that same place that we got to last year, because it's not going to be easy. And I think Coach Cole makes sure we know that, and again with the Clever game, that kind of set it in place too to help with that.
Well, this is definitely a springboard kind of game. Moving forward, how are you hoping to use tonight? Going into Joplin, later on this week, and then Pink and White's, right around the corner.
Yeah, I think I really like having Coach Cole as a coach, because even with games like this, everyone's like, oh, that's such a great game. Coach Cole kind of shows us some of the things that we still do need to work on, even though it seems like we blew him out of the park. He finds stuff that we can still work on, which is helpful for games that with they were still a pretty good team, but with better competition, it helps strengthen our weaknesses that Coach Cole finds for us.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Nadia. Great game here tonight. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of you guys here in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you.
That was Nadia Davis. Coming up next, senior Alyssa Birch.
Yep.
The leading scorer. Leading Alyssa Birch. First off, congratulations. 14 points. It seemed like everything you guys, were putting up with was falling. Starting with you. Just kind of, what did you see on film coming into this one?
Honestly, it was kind of hard because when we were looking into it, I mostly focused on the post because that's who I will normally guard. It was hard to tell size-wise over film and everything. So, and we knew they had a good shooter. So that's really what I focused on, the size and who I would be guarding, and we also had good scouting. So, yeah.
Yeah. How weird is it? There's at this level, you don't really get to see teams from other states, and ironically, you get to play back-to-back teams from Arkansas with Russellville coming up on Thursday. But
it's a little scary because it's Mount Vernon or Monette, we know what they look like and we know the people, but from another state, you have no idea what they look like. So it's but yeah.
So you guys have rebounded really nicely after that opening round loss to Clever in the Fairgrove tournament. Yeah. Just what were you guys able to take out of that?
Honestly, as much as I didn't want to lose to Clever, I just feel like we needed it as a team, because I feel like it was more a wake-up call for all of us. And I feel like after it we were all mad, upset, but then we were able to gather what we did wrong and then fix all those mistakes for the next games that we have, and I feel like we did that with the games following. So yeah.
So here tonight, you guys were really able to kind of get things going there in that second quarter. They came out. Their half-court defense was really no joke. But you guys were able to start forcing turnovers, force them into transition. Just what was the attitude mindset going into that second quarter?
Second quarter, we knew in past games we've made the mistake of letting up and not thinking, oh, we have it and then we're gonna win. So we made sure to not make that mistake and go into it 0-0 and still know that we needed to put in the effort to win and not just think that the game was over. And I feel like we did a very good job at doing that. So.
Well, Alyssa, congratulations, 14 points, the game leader in points, knocking down every three I believe that you shot. It felt like it was that way, for everybody. But congratulations, and I'm sure we'll see you right around the corner.
Thank you.
Alyssa Birch, and coming up next, Kylie Cole.
How are you?
First off, congratulations, big 47-15 win over Rogers Heritage. Just kind of talk, just what did you see out of your team's performance?
I feel like tonight we played together as a team and we worked together, and it kind of felt like everything was falling, which
everything was falling.
that was something that I noticed right off. Is we moved around and we ran our offenses through until we got a good shot, and kind of worked with each other and made sure, I guess, we were working together.
So you guys haven't experienced a whole lot of losing the last couple of years. Last year, only falling 5 times. Come into first game this season, fall to Clever. Just what were you able to? But since then you won the next 3 games by 15 or more, including a 30-point win here tonight. Just what were you able to take out of that? That game against Clever, and using it tonight.
I think it was just something that we had to come in the next day and every day after that and just refocus, because in that game we had one practice and then we had another game. So it was kind of just having a short memory and making sure we knew that we had to step up the day after and just make sure that we came in refocused and fixed the things that we needed to fix.
So, it's always weird, in matchups like this, at this level, it's not very often you get to see a team from another state. And ironically, you guys are going to get to do it, tonight, and then you get to do it again on Thursday down in Joplin. But, just kind of talk about the preparation coming into this one and just kind of how that was a little bit different.
I mean, we just have to treat it like it's the same as every other game, because they're still a good team. They're still a solid team. I mean, any team you're going to play is solid. So you have to treat every game like it's the biggest one, I guess.
So, you guys really kind of took control of this game here in the second quarter, outscored them 19-2 in that second quarter. Just kind of talk about what's being said there after the first and, what sparked that run.
Kind of just the same as everything else. Make sure you're picking up your teammates. If one person makes a mistake, it's not the end of the world. Pick up your teammate, get down the court, play defense. Just do the little things. Keep it going. It's
got to be fun seeing, just shots falling left and right like they were tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, thank you very much, Kylie. Another tremendous game, 12 points. I'm sure we'll be seeing you. Actually, I know we'll be seeing you in the pink and white here in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
Yep, congratulations.
Thank you.
So we got one more person to talk to, the head coach of I was calling him the pack of the Lady Houns. But Coach Jason Cole joining us here after a 47-15 win. Just first off, what did you see out of your girls?
Do what?
What did you see out of the girls here tonight?
We felt like we could get pressure with them and create some opportunities for us. I felt like we really did that. That was a big difference there in the second quarter. And kind of one of those things that we didn't do well our first game. We were kind of undisciplined out of our roles within what we were doing there, and we've been working since then. And I feel like this is probably the best outing of that portion there defensively that we've had. So that's a positive moving forward.
Yeah, I was talking to some of your seniors, and it's kind of a blessing and a curse. Because whenever you do face a team like, a situation like Clever, you really don't know how they're going to respond. But, just kind of talk about, how you feel like they've responded since that opening round defeat. I
felt like going into, we didn't have, in the last 2 years, we'd had a pretty intensive off season from the start, in September through basketball. I felt like we hit the ground running each year, and we didn't have that this year. We only had, I think, 3 that were actually in off season with us. So I thought that made a big difference. I had been seeing it as we went through, the first 2 or 3 weeks of practice, and it told them that we just weren't ready. We tried to get ready in 3 weeks versus we'd been getting ready in 2.5 months. So it's a difference anytime you put in the time or you don't put in the time, but at this point we've just got to continue to work and continue to try to get better as we go. But I feel like we're getting closer to where we normally would have been, week 2 versus being this far into the season.
Yeah, so scoring the ball here tonight was very really balanced. Alyssa led the way with 14, Jalen 13, Kylie with 12. Because whenever you're able to have so many different pieces step up and be able to
That's what we hope. We've invested a lot of time and money to try to give our players the tools to have the opportunity to get better.
Yeah, so games like this are always like I was telling them, it's always weird at this level. You don't really get to see a lot of interstate competition, but just kind of talk about what the preparation was like going into this one.
A lot of it similar to what it would be teams like we see in like last year in the Elite Eight or the state quarterfinals there. I'd went and scouted them once. I didn't have a chance to watch Heritage play up to this point, other than we do a lot through huddle nowadays. It's a lot easier to do that. Some coaches, that's all they do. They really don't scout. But so that portion there we had them I felt like pretty well patterned on what their strengths were, what their weaknesses were, and I felt like we were able to really hone in on their weaknesses and get some pressure, take a lot of opportunities away from them with our pressure. Yeah,
I feel like you guys really ramped up the pressure there in that second quarter, holding them to only 2 points. Just what was being said there after the between that first and second quarter?
A lot of it is just being in the right place. I mean, it sounds simple, but being out of position can cause you to give up layups versus staying disciplined in what we're doing. That we've spent a lot of time talking about that since the beginning of practice, because we've had some of that we just hadn't had a lot of reps. The years before we'd always play they played in a league. Leading up to the season, they'd have 8 games under their belt there, and they didn't have that this year. So some of that timing and some of the things there, we're still working through that maybe years past we would have had kind of figured out beforehand. But anyway, we're that second quarter, going back to that, we really talked about pregame and kind of it honed in there when we adjusted our presses on. That we had to stay within what our role was within wherever the ball was passed. Make sure we were playing that role based on where we were supposed to be. A lot of times people see us, they'll see a press or whatever there, and to the blind eye they may just say, well, it's they're doing whatever, but they don't really have an understanding about the technique and the things that go into it. That we really try to hone in on as we go, and that's what helps us, I think, switch defenses and do those things throughout the years, that attention to detail.
Well, and then, you guys really have quite the stretch coming up here. Obviously the Joplin tournament starting up, and then you have, you get to play host to Kearney, a team out of Kansas City, another team that, you guys don't see on a yearly basis, and then, then it's pink and white time. Just kind of talk about how, what you can take out of tonight's game moving forward into some of those games.
We tried to schedule, drop some of the games that we had last year and try to schedule bigger schools, as we were moving forward there. So that's one of the things, like with going to the Joplin tournament. Like, we're going to see, Class 5 Russellville, and then we're going to very well see another Class 5 or Class 6 school second round, and quite possibly the third round of it. So that's what we were looking at with switching with tournaments. We could stay with some of the local tournaments, and we could have added to maybe the 25 wins without a lot of problem that we had last year. But our goal is to be prepared whenever we get to the postseason in March. So if we get to where we add to that 25 wins, we will know that we did it based on beefing up our schedule and doing those things there to help us be more prepared. Was our thought process. So our expectations on that hasn't lowered by any stretch, but we are going to have a tougher time getting to that point as we do. But like I said, if we embrace it and we embrace working each day and doing those things there, then we'll be prepared whenever we get to the postseason.
Very well said. Coach, thank you for taking a little bit of time out, during the JV game here, and we'll see you here again very soon.
Thank you.
So we're going to go ahead and get everything wrapped up here. Once again, Aurora defeats the Rogers Heritage War Eagles 47-15 in what was just a tremendous outing there for the Lady Eagles. They were led by Alyssa Birch, who you heard from, 14 points, followed by Jalen Birch with 13, and Kylie Cole had 12, Nadia Davis with 2, Jaysa Ernest with 4, and Kylie Phelps with 2. As for the War Eagles, they were led by Tegan Holt Jr., 9 points. And then only 2 from Alyssa Vernegas Cruz and 2 from Chloe Pockris, as the Lady War Eagles fall to 1-6 to start this season. So, as I had mentioned before, we are going to be right back in this exact same spot tomorrow night as we see the Aurora Hound Dogs, the running dogs that Coach Thornhill likes to call them. Tomorrow night here in Aurora, they will take on Neosho in what should be a really interesting and telling game here early on in the season. I want to say thank you once again to our sponsors, ESCO Processing and Recycling. They have and New Stream Enterprises and Old Missouri Bank could not do what we do without the help of our generous sponsors. So I just want to say a big thank you once again to Tracy Cole, the wife of Coach Cole, who we just finished talking to, for helping get that set up. But we'll be right back here tomorrow night as for more high school basketball here on Southwest Missouri Sports.